So the agenda of the meeting was to give you the introduction about Madden project, and the second thing is to make you aware about the prerequisites and the things that we are going to do. Right. So it's like what will be the flow of the session. You will ask that, sir, what are the things that I should know before? What are the things that I will have to be careful of? Okay. So add one project. Add one project. So what is Madden project? So Madden project is all about uh, you know making you efficient for the tools like Flask, and making the web application with Flask and hosting it, and working with that. So let's say that you want to make a web app. Okay, so there are other frameworks also, but we are using Python, so the most efficient framework is Flask. Okay, so Flask is what? Flask is the framework to make and build web applications. Make and host. Okay, host web application easily with Python. Okay, so we will be using the Flask framework in order to uh, you know make the application. Okay, so yeah, but I'll go step by step first. Okay, so let's say you have a project. For this time you have a quiz master, right? Quiz master, and we will be discussing the problem statement of that also. But since I can't directly discuss the project, so I'll be taking the reference for music streaming app. Okay, so I have made a music streaming app, and I'll be taking the reference for music streaming app. Uh, okay, in between. Okay, so I will discuss the project also, but I can't thoroughly discuss the things about the project, because it will be kind of revealing the things to you about how to go about it, and that is all your work. Okay, so you will be provided with a problem statement, let's say a quiz master or a music streaming app. Okay, music streaming app. Okay, and the things that you will have to keep note of is that first of all you will have to make an MVC. Okay, so what is MVC? MVC is model, view, and controller app. Okay, so I will go one by one. Okay, so model view controller means model is data storage. Okay, then controller is the logic handler. Okay, so I will explain things in detail also, and the view is what the user will see. What the user will see. Okay, now let's see, first see view. Okay, so this mad one, if you remember the structure of mad one, then you will kind of get these things well. Otherwise, don't worry about it, I will be anyways covering the concepts that is needed. Okay, so let's say that first is view. Okay, so every application that, like the application that you will be making is this type. There will be a storage, there will be a logic handler will be there, and there will be a view. What will the user see? Okay, so three things. Okay, so let's discuss view first, and the concepts that is needed to do that, then controller, and then model. Okay, so view. So view is HTML, that the user HTML pages that the user will see. Okay, so suppose you will just go on to some web app. Okay, so let's say Spotify or something, and the first thing that you see is login. Okay, so you will see a login page appearing. Login page appearing. So the login page that you see is an HTML page, and that is an example of view. What the user will see. Okay, then let's say logic login page, and then after you log in there is a dashboard appearing in that. Okay, so whatever the user will see, that comes into view. So let's say dashboard, and then there is a menu or whatever. Okay, So these are the things. So you will be needing basic HTML understanding, that you know what are the basic tags, and two three things: table tag, form tag, and we will discuss all of that. Don't worry about it. But yeah, so view is HTML pages. Okay, then comes the model. Okay, so model is a data storage where the data is stored. Okay, so we will have to store some data, right, like user data. And suppose in our music streaming app there is music data. It's like who's the singer, what is the rating, who's the who's the compose music composer of this. Okay, so etc. Okay, so we will store all the data in the model, in which we are going to use is SQLite database. Okay, so SQLite is a type of database, and it's efficient for lightweight coding, and it is good. Okay, so SQLite database we are going to use. So we are going to store something like user data, right? In your quiz master case, you will be having quiz questions, right? So you will store that questions, right, in the database, so that you can acquire. Okay, so chapters. Okay, so you will be storing the data inside it. Okay, so for example, you will be having this user data will have name, email, password, like this. Okay, quiz questions will have question, then options, and then answer, like this, something like this. Okay, it's not accurate, but I'm just giving you an example. Okay. Then chapters will be let's say gradient descent. Okay, then let's say clustering. These are all machine learning concepts. So yeah, whatever. So Jinja, right? So these are the chapters. Okay. And in my music case, let's say music, I will say songs. So these things I will store in the database. Okay. So it's just an information that I will have to keep, so that I will be able to, manipulate it and store it where and get wherever I want, whenever I want. Okay. Songs is song name, then singer, right? Then lyrics. Okay, whatever. And then rating or something. Okay, so this is model, and then it comes a controller, the main brand mind behind all the things. Okay, so main controller is about, let's say you have a view. Okay, so you have a view, and you want to uh, log in. Okay, so suppose you are a user. Okay, so let's say you are a user. Let's say you are a user. Okay, and you want to log in using your credentials. Okay, so if you feel lost anywhere, if you feel that speed is high, anything like that, you can just tell me. Okay, so let's say you are a user and you want to log in using your email password. Okay, so you will be like assuming that, yeah, in the database. Okay, in the database, let's say Spotify database, there is my email ID and password stored. Okay, they have my email ID and password, so that I can just give them my email ID and password, and then log into the dashboard, right? Simple. So this logic behind it, so you will write your email ID and password in this view, right, in the HTML, right? And your model is stored, like the data is stored in the model. Okay, in the database. Okay, so logic, or let's say the bridge. Okay, bridge between the HTML pages and the database, because database itself can just store. Okay, model can just can just can just store values. Okay, but how do you know the logic of how to manipulate, when to manipulate, right? So then comes the logic and bridge between the HTML pages and the database, which is this controller. Okay, so controller is there. Okay, so controller will understand, like controller will manage all the logic. Suppose you want to log in, then let's say a case. Okay, so let's say a case login. So in login, what you will have to do is um, controller will check in the database, right? Controller, we will write this logic. Okay, I'm just telling you in a simple terms that what are the three things and what are we going to do. Okay, so controller will check in the database, and if the user exists, okay, and uh, verifies the password and proceeds. Okay, so otherwise, if let's say I want to search, okay, search some songs, right, in my application. So what will happen? Songs are in the database, and HTML has the like the things that you will see. You will just see yourself typing on the search bar, right? So you will see yourself typing on the search bar, and you will just type something. Okay, so HTML has the search bar, but who will just go and fetch from the model these things, and who will be responsible for giving you the songs that you searched for? That will be controller. Controller will give you the songs that you searched for. Okay, so these are the basic things that you will need to understand at the first place, that we are going to create an MVC app. We will have a database, we will have a HTML thing that we are going to create. Then we will have a controller which will handle the logic. Okay, am I clear in these three things? I hope there is no doubt. Guys, you will have to keep giving me reactions,
Yes,
otherwise I
yes,
will. Yeah,
yes,
so yeah, so give reactions, chat box, one simple emoji will also work. Okay, so view, model, and controller. Okay, so now let's see that what are the prerequisites and what are the roles of the prerequisites. Okay, so let's say you will have, so we will be studying also in what order. I'm not sure in what sessions, in what order exactly I will be explaining that, but yeah, I will tell you in the next session what are we going to do. Okay, and then I will update the agenda in the calendar also by like after the session will end, I will do that. Okay, so HTML CSS we will need to make the interface is that the user will see. User will see, right? So to make the interface that user will see, we will have to know HTML CSS. In HTML CSS, what we will have to know? Basic HTML, form tag, then uh, table tag, right? Simple things. Href, okay. So these are the things that kind of will be the things that we will go through. Okay, because this is needed to make a project, because this is what the user will see. Whatever we'll make with HTML CSS forms, dashboards, login things, whatever we will make, these all will be there. Okay, so that is HTML CSS part. Okay, so HTML CSS what the user will see. Now let me explain you Jinja. Okay, so you have heard about Jinja, I hope. So to make the templates, okay, so I'm not sure about how deeply you understand the logic behind it, but let me explain. Okay, so let's say you have a server. Okay, some server is there, and the server's work is to just simply give me HTML page with my name. Okay, okay, so this is really simple. Okay, so I'll give you my name to the server. Okay, and then server give me HTML page with my name, saying let's build some HTML here, simple HTML add uh, decided title, just a second, title, then body, then you will have hello, suppose my name is Darshan, then I will give server name Darshan, and then it will give me this HTML page. Okay, So let's say it is giving me the HTML page. Okay, like this. Okay, and just a second. Yeah. So this is the thing. Okay. So now suppose let's say 1,000 users are just giving the name. Let's say someone is giving name Sandeep. Okay. Someone is giving the name. Okay. Suraj. Let's say. Okay. So what is the purpose of Jinja? We will see that. Okay, so what will happen is server will have that HTML file generated. Okay, so when I will send my name Darshan, then it will generate this HTML file and then give it to me. Okay, so this one file will be there, right? Then if Sandeep will go and request, then server will have to generate again this new file because it can't send the same file, right? Server can't send the same file, right? Because it has my name on it. Okay, so one file is there. Okay, but the second file the you know server will make. So this, let's say file number one, let's note it as file number one. Okay, and this is, let's say, file number two. Okay, so for Sandeep it will make a whole new file. Okay, calling hello Sandeep. Hello Sandeep. Okay, so file one and file two. So now let's say Suraj will come. Suraj will come. It will create again. It can't send this hello Darshan and hello Sandeep once. Okay. Then it will have file number three, which will have this whole part, and then hello Suraj. Right. So basically, what happened to? Okay, whatever. Okay. So yeah, just a second. Uh, yeah. So what I was saying is, for every user that sends the name to the you know to the server will create one more extra page and it will send that. Okay, so what if I don't want to do that? Because it simply is creating the load for the server, right? So it is simply creating the load. So what I will do with the help of Jinja is that I will have to create only one file. Let's say it is the first file that I have. Okay, it's the first file that I have. And what the Jinja will help me doing is that it will create a template, this kind of thing. I can do templating. Okay, I can pass a variable inside it. Okay, so now what will happen is I will give this name variable to the server, be it Darshan, Sandeep or Suraj. Server will just put here the name that I will pass. The name will give, and it will basically return the HTML. So it will have to just manage one file template for the numerous of users, 1,000 users or 2,000 users. Otherwise, it will have to generate files again and again, again and again, right? So this is the work of Jinja to make HTML templates, and we can just use HTML efficiently with the values that I want to pass. Okay, so it's like I can just pass the name variable. I can pass state also, right? So for each user, I will pass. Suppose I will pass Gujarat, then I will pass whatever Rajasthan. Okay, so I can pass two things. Okay, Maharashtra. Okay, so like this, and then it will be visible here. So the whole thing comes into one HTML template. Okay, so this is how Jinja makes the things efficient. Okay, now let's see that. So we will be using Jinja. Okay, so I will go step by step. We'll be using Jinja, we'll be using HTML, CSS, and then we'll be using Flask. Okay, so Flask is to build our application, and I'm going from the basics, assuming that maybe there is a chance that you guys have done Mad One course in a pretty earlier than usual, and the project is only the thing that is left. Otherwise, I'm just expecting that we will just do an overview. Okay, so Flask to build our application and run it. Okay, then it is Flask. So Flask is to build our application and run it. Okay, so run it slash serve it. Okay, I will show you one example of an application once I will explain all the things. Okay, so this is the main thing. Okay, so this is the writing the controller logic. So say writing the controller logic logic. Okay, and be the server for our application. Okay, so make the server or be the server for our application. Okay, so Flask is that. Then we will have one more thing. Okay, so Flask is a framework, and then um, there is a term called Flask. Also, so SQLAlchemy is there. Okay, so what is the use of this? Okay, so let's say I have an application. Okay, so I have my app running. Sorry, yeah. So I have my app running. Then I have a database, right, which stores it, and then I have the view. So how can I talk to my database? Okay, so SQL Alchemy will help us talk to the database, talk to the database efficiently. Okay, so talk to it in a Python way. Okay, so SQL Alchemy will help me talking to the database efficiently. Okay, in a Python way, in an easy terms, I can talk to my database. Okay,
Can you please explain this part again? What you said, because my internet got disconnected.
yeah, sure. So SQL Alchemy is, suppose I have an application. Okay, so I have an application and I want to talk to the database.
Yeah,
Okay, so it's like I want to address the database that add this entry, add this user to the database, add this user. So we have a DBMS part where we did the psycho PG thing, right? We will
yeah,
just
yeah,
open a connection, close the connection. That is really a bad thing to do for every operation, because suppose 1,000 users are there, then 1,000 times I will open the connection and 1,000 times I will
yeah,
have to make sure that I'm closing the cursor, right?
yeah,
So SQL Alchemy is the library in which I can write the conversation, let's say, and I can have a conversation with my database with Python, but
yeah.
in an easy term, efficiently. Okay, we will
Okay,
see all the things
so
one by
for
one.
that we will be using DB browser or something else.
Yeah, we will be using DB browser. Okay, so DB browser is just a UI in which you can see your database,
Okay,
but SQL Alchemy will help us give us instructions to the database in Python very efficiently. Okay, so let's say I will just give you an example. Okay, so let's say you have a user table in the database. So for the DBMS way, what you will do? DBMS way, what you will do? You will do psychopg1, open cursor, then write SQL query about what? Okay, so let's say I want to add a user. Okay, so SQL query, and then I will add the user adding query in SQL, and then I will have to make sure that I'm closing the yeah closing the cursor also. Okay, but in SQL Alchemy way, we can just write this thing. We can just make a user with name is equal to let's say my name, and email is equal to 1 2 3 at the rate ds dot study whatever. Okay, then I can create a password. Okay, and directly I can say db dot session dot add. That's it. Okay, db dot session dot come. So the whole process, okay, you guys know the process that we went through: creating a cursor, closing a cursor, writing a query. It all comes down to these three things. Okay, I will explain it in each, like in detail. This is just to give you an overview and introduction about what are the things that I'll be using, what are the things that we'll be studying. Okay, in the purpose of doing what, right? So this is a thing that I wanted to point it out. So SQL Alchemy we will be using, and then these are the main 1 2 3 4 things that you should know, and that we will also have an overview, and also we will have an understanding when we'll start making the project. So it's like what I will do is that I'll be having my music streaming app example. Okay, and I'll be teaching you the concepts. Okay, so I'll teach you the concepts very well, and I will give you my example of what I did. Okay, and then I will give you time to code it yourself. Okay, so that will happen. I will explain the structure also of how the bootcamp sessions will be, the order of in which the concepts will be discussed, and the things that we will be doing. But yeah, I'll not be making a whole project. Other than that, I will make sure that I will cover all the concepts very well. That will help you in Viva also to make your understanding really clear about the application. Okay, so it's like if I will just stick to my application, whatever I want to make, that will restrict my explanation part. Otherwise, if I will just do the experiment and explain you guys bit by bit, then you'll be able to understand very well. Okay, and I will, as well as I will give you my music streaming app example also, what I did. Okay, and how it is looking, right? So I will just go through the example, and I will like take my concepts with you. Okay, so what I will do is I will break down the problem statement. Then I will tell you that, yeah, these are the things that we will be looking today. So suppose, let's say, okay, so these are the things. Let me just complete this. So model view controller, I hope this is clear. Then this HTML, CSS, Jinja, Flask, and SQL Alchemy. These are the things that are efficient. If you know these four things, you'll be able to make your project very well. Okay, no JavaScript, no like Flask security is also not that much needed, and this also, that Flask RESTful. This is an optional thing. I will explain though. Okay, but these are the things that we will focus on mainly in this next 4 5 sessions that we will have. Okay, so I hope till here no one has any doubts. Anyone has any doubts about what I have written? Okay, don't or ignore this coding part. Other than that, okay, whatever the explanations, do you guys have any problem about it? No. Okay. Okay. So let's say, okay, so this will be the order that will be doing the session. And before I go to the problem statement, I will really want that just be friendly. Okay, I'm also in the diploma level. Okay, don't worry about it. You can ask anything you want. You can ask the smallest doubts. And yeah, if you want resources, then I shared the document. Okay, so I will show you where to watch these things. Okay, if you want to get an idea, if you have a 2 hour time, then you can just watch it in 1.5. So this was all the overview about the things. Someone was trying to speak something.
Okay, yeah. So whether we will be working on the our project,
Yeah,
we'll be working on the music.
yeah, sorry, I missed that part. Okay, so then give your tips about yours. Then so it's like, see, how am I imagining, let's say, to be honest, how am I imagining the part? It's it is that I will explain, and then you will apply on your own project. Okay, so you will build your project with me. Okay, so I will not. I will make sure that I will make you you make your understanding that clear, that you will be able to work on your project. Okay, and I'll give you tips about yours, and then if time permits, then you can stay in the meeting. You can stay in the meeting and code. Okay, Otherwise, you can just code it on your own. Okay, and I will make a Google form. Also, I'll be interacting with you guys on your doubts, on your progress on the project. But till the 10th of February, when we will complete all the sessions and all the you know project part, I will want that your 70-80% project will be done. Okay, it's really easy, guys, don't worry about it. I will explain it in a really easy way. Okay, I have that confidence that I will be able to explain. And if you have doubts, then please ask. But I'll be more than happy if you will submit in this term by taking the bootcamp, and the bootcamp will be helpful to you in order to make your project better, or uh, give you the grade that you want. Okay, so my intention is to make you crystal like the clear about the project and the vision and the path. Okay, so I will give you the clear path. I will do all the things, and then it's up to you that you can just give your best in the coding, and just complete the project by the term ends. Okay, so, and also I'll be more than happy if you submit in the February deadline only, because the 10th of February our bootcamp is ending. Then also I will be doing this G space part. Okay, so I'll be in the G space. I will help you guys debugging the code. I will help you understand the concepts. I will do all the things. Okay, so yeah, so please give your best. Okay, if you have commitments, then just put out a little time. Okay, so after understanding uh, the code, you will definitely find it easy to uh, make the project yourself. Okay, but yeah, in between I will also give you time. This timetable is not final. Okay, maybe we will do some changes inside it. But yeah, it's like 1 day interval only. Okay, Wednesday, tomorrow is a session, then there is Saturday, Monday, and Wednesday. Okay, so yes, that's it. Okay, for in the this understanding the timetable and the session structure. Okay, and I hope you understood the app structure, how it is going to be. Okay, so let me revise it for you. It is an MVC app, model view controller. Then it is HTML to make the interface that user will see. Jinja to make it easy for making the templates. Flask is to make our application. SQLAlchemy is to talk with the database. That's it. Flask will be our backend thing. HTML will be our front end thing. That's it. Okay. Okay. So now let me share my screen again, and I will explain the how I made my project. Okay. So just a second. I actually wrote it in the CV. Yeah. Okay. And don't get scared with the Viva part also. I'll be explaining that also. Don't worry about it. Okay. Just a second. Just a second. I'm running my application. Yeah, I've run. Okay, so I'll share my screen, and let's see. Okay, so guys, as you can see, this is my project. Okay, so I will explain all the things. It's just that I will just run it. Okay, so the basic thing that you will have to understand is, yeah, see, this is my app. This is saying running on this port. Okay, so if I will go to this URL, my project will open. Okay, so now I hope you can see my screen, and this is the project that I have made. Okay, so there's a head sing music streaming app. Okay, better than Spotify. Okay, so let's say I will just, I don't know the lyrics, I will just so this is a view. as I discussed. This is what the user sees. And what is the user is seeing right now? Let me go to inspect. So this is the dev tools option. And elements, as you can see, this is the HTML thing. Okay. So this is the view. Okay. So I'll create this Darshan. Okay. And then password. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'll have to log in also. 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Sign up. Then I'll just log in. As you can see, here is the sorry, this is looking really bad though, but this is my dashboard. Okay, so these are the things that the view. Okay, so hello Darshan is there, let's say. Okay, and if you want me to you know explain more, so suppose I'm tapping on this top songs. Okay, so if I'm tapping on the top songs, then it is redirected me to this top songs thing. Okay, so what happens is the device that I'm on is sends a request to the server. Okay, we will understand the basics. Sends a request to the server, and server replies with some HTML page. Okay, so if suppose server here, see, you can see the request, right? So this is get request. These are the type of request: get request, post request, right? So let's say I'm going to create a dashboard. I'm being a creator. Okay, so this is something I didn't expect. User dot roles none value found. Okay, okay, never mind. Okay, so yeah, so basically this is the view I wanted to tell you. And if I'll add a playlist, suppose I'll say rock. There are no songs inside it, but yeah, rock. So you can see this playlist here. Okay, and then there is an icon here, as you can see. And if I'll refresh, you can see here also. Okay, so yeah, if I'll see album, then no content is available now. This playlist, the user can create the playlist. Okay, so say again something like classical, and then I'll refresh. You can see this classical here also. Okay, so basically the server is running. Okay, I will clear this error and show you. Okay, so don't worry about it. Yeah, so as you can see my dashboard, then I can search rock, and I press enter. No match. I will type capital. No resist match. Okay, why it is happening, I don't know. Because I opened this app long time after I am opening this. Okay, so maybe there are some errors inside it. I just unzipped the file and I started to run it. Okay, so I'll have to see. Okay, so I'm just searching here, and then I just go to log out. Okay, so maybe the existing credentials will have something for me. Password. No. Yeah, I ran the application. Like I run the fresh application. So yeah, database is not there. Okay, so never mind. I'll just show you this. Okay, so this is the view. Okay, the code that you can see here, the whole. Let's say how much lines are there? How many lines are there? Around some 1200 1300 lines of code. It is the controller part, the logic part. Okay, and if you want me to show you the database, that is here. So as you can see, the database has some album. Then it has album. What is this album? So here is album name, then singer ID, then album ID. Role is there. Role is user, admin, creator. Right? There are three roles. Admin is there, creator is there, and user is there. Then songs are there. Okay, so these are the songs, and then this is the user album songs things. This is the, sorry, this is not useful. Yeah. So reviews are there, then album names are there, playlist names are there. Okay, so I guess it created a new database or something. Something happened, but yeah, never mind. As you can see, this is the database. So this is our model. Okay, this is our model, and then this is our view, and the code that you can see in the app.py is our controller logic. Okay, so suppose I'll tap a button here. I'll tap a button here. It goes to the server. Okay, server which is running. Okay, here, and the server will, the logic will do all the things and manipulate the database. Okay, and do all the things and then give me the output. Okay, so yeah, this is a pretty basic understanding of this modern project application. This was a music streaming app. Okay, so yeah, this is there. Now let's say the thing that I wanted to show you is the document. So if you want more understanding of the concepts or something, then you can just go through the document and you can see. Okay, so see, this is a document, and here are all the, you know, 1 2 3 refresher. So this is refresher till Jinja. Okay, so Jinja concepts are there. I'm not saying that, yeah, I will not explain. You just have to go and watch it. I'm just telling that it will increase your knowledge about it. Then there is a 1 to 6 revision session. Yeah, here. Okay, so you can watch this one also in order to understand all the concepts. Okay, so I've discussed the concepts in detail. Now let's say I'll just open the grading document. Just a second, and we will discuss our quiz master part. Okay, so just give me a second. Just a second. Add one statement. Yeah. So if you will go and just raise your hands, how many of you have seen the grading document and the project statement? Hmm? How many of you have seen the project statement? One, two, three. Others are sleeping or what? Hmm? Kirti, Manaswini, Mitra Warrior, Sandeep, Shinidhi, Suraj. Okay, Suraj is raising hands. Why?
So I'm raising my hand too.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So, okay, 4 people. Okay, never mind. Okay, so if you go here and then you see the project document, then you can see the project structure. We'll understand that. Don't worry about it. And the thing is, things are that I will want you to focus on is the problem statement about the project. What happened to this? Yeah. So quiz master. Okay. So now let's understand the weightage first. Who's this? My screen is visible. Yeah. So let's close this also. Okay. And yeah. So let's say the weightage. Okay, so weightage is 40 for Viva 1 and 60 for Viva 2. Okay, and level 1, level 2. Sorry, level 1. This will just is a run through of application. Run through of application and understanding of run through of application and understanding of the not understanding the application and requirements check. Okay, then level 2 is all about understanding of the project and concepts. Okay, now let's go to the problem statement. So this is a quiz master. Okay, so we discussed this Flask, Jinja, HTML, CSS, SQLite. Okay, and the roles are there. So it's like one admin will be there. Okay, and one user will be there. User will be the user of the application and admin will be the main boss of the application. Oh sorry, there is a doubt or something. Is there a doubt? Okay, so there is an admin and there is a user. Okay, so admin is quiz master. Okay, so simply the application is all about admin will create chapters. Okay, then inside it topics and questions. Okay, so it's like this: subjects, inside it there are chapters, inside it assessments or questions. Okay, so let's say admin. So admin can add, delete, edit, okay, any subjects admin want, chapters admin want, and assessments. Okay, so simply it will create a chapter called maths, subject called maths. Okay, in that I will create a chapter called metrics, and then inside it, so this is a subject. SQLite is the database. Okay, and SQLAlchemy is the library to talk with that database. SQLite database. SQLite is the type of database. Okay, so let's say SQLite is a database type, database engine written in C programming language. Okay, so you can just download the DB browser for it. We will do that. Okay, so it's the one type of database that we are using, and SQLAlchemy is the library that we will use to talk to the database. Okay, so matrix is the chapter inside it, and the question will be like something like what will be the multiplication, what will be the multiplication of A and B. Okay, and then there'll be 4 options. So admin will be able to if he wants to edit this chapter, he can edit it, delete this chapter, delete it, or add these things. Okay, so we will have to find a way where we can store these things in the database. Okay, how to design a database, we will do this. Okay, but yeah, so it's just a basic understanding. So there is only one admin in this application known as quiz master. Okay, then admin will manage all other users, so admin can see the users also. Okay, and then admin can add various chapters under such subject, and admin will add quiz questions under the chapter. Okay, then user is there, so user will have username, password, full name, qualification, DOB. May have. Okay, so it's not like compulsory thing, but it may have. There is a user, there is an admin. Okay, then the user is attempt any quiz of his or her interest, and admin will be the super user who can edit the subjects, edit the chapters, edit the questions. Okay, then the subject will be there. So as I said, maths, then the chapter will be there. Don't do about this id name description. We will talk about it when we build the database. I'm just making you understand the basic problem statement that we have. Subject is there, chapter is there, then under that there is a quiz. Okay, so sorry, there is a quiz inside it. So maybe we can create multiple quizzes also. So in the inside chapter, quiz 1, quiz 2, like a degree only. Okay, so this is a basic thing. Okay, then we can go to the wireframe, let's say. Okay, so wireframe is there. It is a simple wireframe, as you can see. Because wireframe you can use to build your application. So uh, sorry, yeah, so there is a login, there is a login. Okay, sorry, this my thing is too sensitive. Yeah, so there is a login, then there is a admin side. Okay, so admin can do what? So these are the chapters, dev 1, dev 2, you can see. Then you can sorry, subjects. Yeah, so this physics dev 1. Okay, these are the subjects. Here are the chapters. So in the under physics there is 4 cmf. In dev 1 there is html css. So admin can edit, delete a chapter, add a chapter. Here you can add a chapter, and all the subjects are here, so you can add the subject also. Okay, so let me zoom it a little bit and then again explain. Okay, so subjects are there, physics dev 1. Okay, the new subjects you can add, so you can just tap on this and you can add a new subject. You can add a new chapter if you want. Okay, then if you'll open any of the chapter, then there'll be quizzes, quiz 1, quiz 2. So in the chapters you will have quizzes. Okay, so as you can see here, html css chapters are there, and under that you have this quizzes for the chapter. So this is the css chapter quiz, this is html chapter quiz. Okay, so you can do both. Okay, so you can do inside chapters, you can have your questions directly. Okay, but you can have this quizzes inside the chapter. It's like quiz 1, quiz 2. Okay, so you can have this. Okay, so there are two terminologies you can use. Either in a chapter you can have multiple quizzes. Okay, so it's like easy to moderate or something like that you can do. Otherwise you can do quiz 1, quiz 2 for the same chapter, right? So these are quizzes, and inside that there will be a question. So you can create a new quiz or new question. Okay, and you can see the analytics summary charts. And user can do what? User can see the upcoming quizzes, start the quiz, view the scores, and summary. Okay, so this is the basic Quizmaster app that you are going to build. Okay, so I will be, when I will explain my music streaming app, I will also say that yeah, this is what you can do inside your um, you know inside your Quizmaster app. Okay, we can discuss the terminologies, we can discuss the concepts, but you tell me about the workflow. Do you have any doubts about the workflow? Okay, subjects, chapters, quizzes, questions. Admin will simply create it. Okay, and user will attempt it. The only complication here is how to design the database. If you will design the database, then you know how to talk to the database. Okay, so we will have a lot of discussion regarding that. Yeah, yes, Suraj.
Yeah. Whether here also we'll have to show that performance analysis, something like that.
Yeah. So we will have
Oh,
to show the performance of the summary charts, performance of the user, and also here you can see summary charts. So summary charts are really useful. Okay, you will have to do the summary charts.
okay.
Okay, so you will have to show the scores of the users. Okay, so any doubts inside the whole app, the functionality, it is pretty simple, right? Give me some reactions. Yeah, come on. I hope you are not sleeping. Okay, yeah, nice. Okay, Sandeep 2, T3. Okay, yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so I hope this is clear now. Now let's say the core functionalities. So core functionalities is login. So first admin login and user login, we understood that. Okay, then there is admin dashboard. So admin has a separate dashboard. Okay, and then quiz management also. Okay, so there is a quiz management. So there are the chapters will be created. Okay, but the terminology is that quiz management section will be different. You will be directly selecting a subject, selecting a chapter, entering a question, then directly do it. Okay, but otherwise you can do it inside the chapter also. Okay, so these are like, see, Madam project is all about what you think. It's not like you will have to implement exact the same thing. Okay, we will discuss different ways to do the same thing. Okay, so admin dashboard is there, quiz management is there, user dashboard is there. So these four things are necessary. Then these are recommended. Okay, so our first goal will be to build these four things: dashboard, quiz management, admin dashboard, and admin user log. Okay, and I will be showing you the whole concept behind the thing. Suppose I will say that so see, this admin login, user login is all about connecting the database. Okay, then how the dashboard is giving the summary charts, how the things are there.